You know what's funny, guys? I'm literally right now in the process of making a video on Max Kepler, who had a really bad season on steroids, which I thought would make for an excellent concept, but I keep getting interrupted. I've been making this for the last 2 days, but new news keeps dropping. Today's news is that Bob Nightingale reported that Ranger Suarez is getting $130 million over 5 years to sign with the Red Sox. Now, Suarez has been a quality pitcher with Philadelphia for basically the entire time he's been in the major leagues. You can see a career 3.38 ERA through 762 innings pitched, a FIP that's really not that much higher, so you can't really say he's been getting lucky over what admittedly would be a large sample size to get lucky over, but still, he's managed to have a respectable K rate throughout his career for somebody who's known as more of a soft tosser, has made an all-star game. The only thing that's been a little bit of a concern over the course of his big league career is the innings. The dude's never even thrown over 160 innings and has only thrown over 150 3 times. Now, when it comes to his advanced analytics, you can't really say that there's much that's impressive here from the perspective of raw stuff. As you can see, his average velocity is 90.5 miles per hour. If you want to take a look at the movement profiles on his pitches, he gets good movement on his sinker. He gets good movement on his changeup, but those are the only 2 pitches that he really does that with. Outside of that, they're all relatively slow, and they don't have a ton of upside when it comes to their raw peripherals. But with that being said, his overall advanced profile is still incredibly impressive. When you generate 86.5 miles per hour in terms of an average exit velocity, 95th percentile as you can see, and a hard hit rate at 31.1%, you're going to have success at the big league level. 76th percentile ground ball rate is good. I think he can get that to be even higher as well. As you can see, throughout his career, he's actually had a 52.9% ground ball rate. I think it's probably going to be closer to that 50% in the upcoming season. How does he fit into Boston's rotation? Well, I'd say very well. Slotting in as a consummate number 2, and now you push Brian Bayo, who had an excellent season last year, all the way down to 4. It's a ton of upside in this rotation. The only thing I'm concerned about is exactly what I outlined briefly before with the innings pitched. $130 million over 5 years makes him, I believe it's the 12th or 13th highest paid pitcher in all of the major leagues. There is nobody else in that list. I haven't even checked, but I can guarantee you there's nobody else in that list who has thrown a maximum in their career of 157 innings pitched. It's not how it works, right? You just have to wonder what the upside is going to be here, because not only is he going to get paid $25 million a season, but he's more than likely going to be one of the more expensive pitchers on an innings pitched basis, unless the Red Sox believe they can unlock something that will allow him to throw more consistent innings year over year. Additionally, if his stuff keeps degrading, there's a high chance that he sees a degradation in his performance. That's the problem with control guys. If they continue to lose even, let's say, a half mile an hour of his fastball, that could be the difference between him having a 3.2 ERA and a 4.2 ERA, right? There's less wiggle room when you have stuff that's of a relatively lower quality. I don't hate the deal. I don't think it's terrible. I also don't think it's fantastic. I don't think it's fantastic value for Boston. If I had to rate it, or if I had to grade it, I think I would probably give it, I would say, a C-. I think that they added a solid pitcher to their rotation. I think there's a high likelihood that he's pretty good. I do think there's also a relatively high likelihood that they end up regretting it, only from the perspective of the sheer amount of innings he'll be able to throw. You guys let me know what you think in the comments as well. Alright everybody, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and if you did, consider checking out any of these other videos on your screen right now for other content just like this. Also, if you ever see anything you'd like to see me detail in a video, feel free to reach out to my email, basebepoet@gmail.com, and if I end up using your idea, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.